Go.
Hello guys, welcome to part 1 of Super Mario Sunshine.
And I forgot to turn on my volume.
Yeah, if you didn't hear me, it's Super Mario Sunshine part 1.
Now,
Exciting.
I've never played this game.
Never.
Never.
You don't know what you're missing out on.
Well, Super Mario Sunshine, the way what I've heard and what I've seen has got to have like some of the most polarizing opinions on it since, well, there are a lot of games that have polarizing opinions, but Super Mario Sunshine, ugh.
Yeah, I know. As you can see what I just did there a few seconds ago, I deleted my old save file, then went to the other save file, for whatever reason. But, I have to say, this is probably one of the... I mean, people think this game is bad only because it's a successor to Super Mario 64, the all-holy 3D platformer of Mario. I mean...
Which hasn't aged well, by the way, which hasn't aged well. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Galaxy Infinitely owns 64.
But this game aged perfectly, to be honest, all right out. Okay, I'm reading the captions. I turn on transcribed captions. They're hilarious to read, by the way.
They're always hilarious to read because they don't do anything. What this game tries to do, I've noticed, is that it tried to add voice acting into Mario, and not everyone likes it. What is your opinion on that?
I don't really know the whole, oh, this is Mario's voice, this is how it should be. I've heard every single voice actor of Mario. I don't care what it is, as long as it's in a fat Italian plumber, it sounds somewhat like it did in 64, or in this, I guess it would be okay. But, and as we can see here, we're getting introduced to Flood.
You know, I've heard a lot of, I was watching a video about all the beta elements that were going to be in Super Mario 64, and one of them, instead of an actual water pump, like this right here, they were actually going to fucking have a little man carry a fucking water squirter with Mario.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, what?
It's pretty pathetic, but this was actually their last idea.
And it was their favorite, and I'm glad they did it.
I mean, I just really liked the, I just liked Flood.
I like how it makes an appearance in a, what's that game? Galaxy, somewhat. Kinda. No, Galaxy. Kinda.
Like those, squirter things?
Yeah, with the bubbles and the fire. Kinda.
They sweat out water, right? Yeah. I mean, I wish if they made a sequel to this game, like they're making a sequel to every GameCube game to the 3DS, I sure hope they make a 3D sequel, or at least a port of this game to the 3DS. I would love to run around, or at least mobilize this game completely.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure people will like it, because this game was, like I said, it's really polarizing when it comes to a lot of people's opinions of it, but, you know, I'm pretty sure people would appreciate that.
I appreciate this game. I mean, the game. I appreciate every single game to an extent. I mean, I appreciated 06 to a certain extent.
The only reason why I appreciate Sonic 06 is for giving us Sonic Unleashed and giving giving us my glorious, precious, precious colors.
I only like Sonic 06 because it gave us a great music track that I probably could have lived without, except for one piece in the game.
Well, I mean, it's a Sonic game. Having good music is almost a given. Except for Sonic Chronicles. Fuck that game.
I love how we're talking about Sonic in a Mario Let's Play. Or commentary. Whatever you'd like to call this.
You remember me, Mario. You? Oh, of course I remember you. No, not me. Me. You? No, not me. 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 Oh God.
And that's the reason why Super Sonic isn't an equipable attachment thing in Sonic Generations, because we would abuse the crap out of it if it wasn't. That, and I think Supersonic and Generation was a really bad choice because Classic is just the same thing, and Super Modern Sonic is just no.
Fucking speedrunner.
Hey, you like to fly? Oh yeah, so do I.
I mean, as far as 3D games go, Supersonic was at his best, and probably his only time he'll ever appear in one, you know, is, Colors, but, anyways.
I love how we're still talking about Sonic and Mario.
So, apparently, Delfino Plaza is, runs on Shine Sprites. Totally not Power Stars, Shine Sprites.
No, you don't understand. These are not Power Stars. These are Shine Sprites. But to be perfectly honest, I actually like the concept of the Shine Sprite. It always stuck to me. Once I saw it, I was like, I don't care if it's not a Power Star. I've always liked the Shine Sprite.
I hear this game removed the long jump. Now, I've only played 64, 3D Land, Galaxy, and those are the 3 games I've played. I'm used to having a long jump there. Does that bog the game down for you in any kind of way?
Not really. I mean, it does have a dive move, which is kind of like a long jump, but it's kind of uncontrollable in a certain sense. Like once you dive, there's no way to control you except for going forward.
Okay.
But it's still, I mean, like, it's a good way to move around if you really know what you're doing, which I kind of do really know what I'm doing because I played the crap out of this game.
Okay.
So,
I remember you telling us when you were recording this footage. I remember you telling us failing fantastically at the secret levels.
That's only because Super Mario Sunshine, the level design, even in the secret levels, it depends on FLUDD.
Yeah.
And it just makes the level design harder if FLUDD isn't with you.
You know, one thing I do like about Galaxy is that, somewhat, it's not like FLUDD. It's, from what I've seen, it's nothing like FLUDD, but Super Mario Galaxy added that spin, and that spin can kinda, straighten you up when you're making jumps that you're not certain of. Nowhere near to the extent of what I've seen FLUDD do, but it does help.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have to feed another bland piranha plant thing, so I'm gonna go do that so we can unlock the next place we have to go to. So first I'm gonna jump the crap out of the police officer for arresting me and leaving me on this island.
On a tropical island. I will say that I do like Delfino Plaza's music. I love that music.
I love this game. I mean, for some of the soundtracks that don't have memorable soundtracks, I have to admit, this soundtrack, this song in general, stuck to me like frigging glue.
It's so Italian.
I know. So as you can see, the only way to defeat these things is to squirt it in its mouth when it opens.
Sounds gross.
Yeah. And now we get introduced to Shadow Mario. Totally not Bowser Jr. or anything.
Totally not Shadow the Hedgehog or anything. Or any other generic dark video game character. Shadow Link, Dark Samus, Dark Pit. List goes on.
Yeah, I know. Nintendo has a reputation of doing that.
But you know what? Dark Pit has to be the best. For a lot of reasons.
He's just badass. So, I was about to say, yeah, so I have to chase him around now. He's not too bad.
Wow.
Hence, I just beat him, like, in 5 seconds.
I've seen people, like, take at least about almost 2 minutes on this. You just did this in around 5 seconds.
It's absolutely tedious, and they want you to follow the way it's going, but since I know it by heart, just have to go back here, and I beat him to the spot he's supposed to paint. So, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Hello? Yeah, get over here. See, he doesn't even hurt you. And his sprite model for standing is the same sprite model for a certain enemy we'll see in a future part.
Okay.
But anyway, it's off to, whatever this place is. For part 2, at least.
Well, alright then.
So,
Yeah,
that's
that
pretty much that.
that commentary.